It's almost it's almost afternoon. Got a few more hours until afternoon, but I just wanted to tap in with this 50 Cent statement um, about Irv Gotti. And I just want to break it down in layman's terms on how I feel and view about the situation. I think we have to I think we have to look at this from the perspective of everything that took place. We have to view it from where it all took place. So before I get started, it hasn't been stated that Irv Gotti passed away yet. He is on life support. I'm sending my sincere support or my sincere energy out to Irv Gotti and his family. Um, I'm not going to say my condolences because he's on life support. You never know what God got in store. You never know what the universe got in store. I'm not making that judgment. Things can happen. You never know what could take place. Uh, but I do want to say this. Irv Gotti does have a family. He has a family. He has a family and people that love him, people that care for him, people that look up to him. Um, he has a family. With that being said, Irv Gotti also know what he's been through and what role he plays, I guess, in the streets or being around street people. He knows that role. So for those who don't know, Irv Gotti is connected with Supreme, which is a well-known drug dealer in the 80s out of South Jamaica, Queens, New York. Well-known, well-respected drug dealer. Now, 50 Cent had his dealings with Supreme, whatever that dealing may be. Whether it was in the streets, outside the streets, he had his dealings with him, and 50 Cent being from South Jamaica, Queens as well, right? To make a long story short, 50 Cent do believe that his mother was dealing with Supreme, or they they were doing certain things, whether it was a sexual relationship, whether it was, selling drugs for Supreme, whatever the case may be, he believed that Supreme killed his mother. He believes that. On top of 50 Cent creating this, it was a song that was created back in the day called what was it called? The Quran, the Holy Quran or something like that. I forgot the name of the song, but he was talking about Supreme and other people that was in the song. And Supreme felt like he was dry snitching. Felt like he was telling through his music. And behind that, I don't know exactly who did it. I don't know if Supreme had anything to do with it. So I'm going to say allegedly behind that, 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Now, in the process of all of that, Ja Rule and Irv Gotti and the whole Murder Inc. crew are connected with Supreme. Now, if you know 50 today, unless he's ready to talk to the people that he had feuds with, had beefs with, and to mend whatever it is that they had going on, everybody, you're still considered an enemy. You are still going to be considered an enemy. With this Irv Gottie Ja Rule situation, this has been an ongoing feud for a very, very long time. Since like the early 2000s. This has been an ongoing feud for damn near 20 plus years. So people got hurt behind this feud, shot behind this feud. It's just been a lot going on. This not your typical. This is not a 50 Cent and Rick Ross situation. This is not a 50 Cent and Game situation. This is not a 50 Cent and at the time a Lock situation. This is not a 50 Cent versus at the time 50 Cent and Fat Joe situation. People got hurt. And if you've never been in the streets, the beef can say, you know what? I'm naturally going this way and I'm naturally going that way as you get older. And that depends on what took place in the streets. You could have got shot and it's over. All right, I got shot, man. I'm 43 years old. It's over, right? Somebody could have died and say, yo, listen, we ain't never got to speak to each other, but it's over. If you live long enough, the beef could just naturally die out. I'm going to say this again. If you live long enough, the beef can just naturally die out. I'm not the toughest. I'm not the hardest. I'm not the shooter, the top shooter. But I've been in situations where at my age right now, am I still trying to go at people that did something to one of my friends or somebody that I know in the 90s, in the early 2000s? 43 years old. Me actually trying to go out there and defend the honor of someone that I grew up with at this age, it's like, bro, you are seconds away from being a senior citizen. Grow up. You got kids. You could potentially have grandkids out here. I don't have any, but I'm just saying. However, am I ready to talk to the person that potentially killed my friend? Am I ready to talk to the person that potentially did something to my friend? I don't know. So we can't look at things from the perspective of, like boxing class said, 50 need to grow up. The people that Irv Gottie was running with, which is the Supreme Team, he felt like they killed his mother. He felt like they killed his mother. What do I say behind that? I don't have anything to say. My mother is dead, but she didn't die by somebody killing her. So I don't know how I would feel if a person, now with Irv Gottie, they're not beefing because he felt like Irv Gotti and Murder Inc. had something to do with it. You know 50. Oh, you chilling with my ops? At the time, these are not Supreme. The Supreme wasn't considered a op to him in 2020. The Supreme team was considered an op to him over 20 years ago when 50 Cent was well in his 20s. You understand? So I don't want people to think that, this is some Rick Ross 50 Cent nonsense. No, people got, it was a time, now Murder Inc. is in it now, right? And it was a time G Unit and Murder Inc. clashed. What does clash mean? They fought, somebody got stabbed, it people houses was getting shot up. Things were taken like this. If you don't know the history back in like 20 years ago, like you of course you're going to look at it like, yo, 50 Cent, like get over it. However, it's hard to, I don't know how easy it would be for me to get over someone killing my, that I'm thinking in my mind, someone killing my mother, what I feel in my mind and in my soul, on top of getting me shot 9 times. So, and then again, it's Supreme Team and it's Murder Inc. They're together. Murder Inc. is a record label. Supreme Team was a street team getting money in Southside Jamaica, Queens. And that's a whole different topic on how they merged and what's the affiliation and so on and so forth. That's a different topic. However, when you're beefing with the Supreme Team, which was one of the strongest teams in the 80s in New York, especially in Queens, New York, it goes deeper than rap music. Um, Allegedly, my mother got killed by the Supreme Team. Allegedly, 50 Cent got shot 9 times by the Supreme Team. Now I'm beefing with Ja Rule and them, Murder Inc. We ain't just beefing, we bump into each other, it's up. Shooting, stabbings. It's really up. Now, do I can how do I feel about it, right? I I don't know. 50 Cent, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because sometimes it's never over with people, man. I think that's the part that we have to realize. We can look at him as a millionaire. You a millionaire, bro. You got the number one TV series out, or you had, like, we can, yes, we can look at these things, right? And all of those things can be valid. I'm not sitting up here saying that it's not valid. Come on, 50 Cent. You got Power, you got BMF, and now you're about to do some other things, and you got Raising King. I can look at it like that. But when you're from the streets, sometimes it's never over. And do it make it right? Do it make it right? Like, is it really right to say, come on, Fifth? That man is on his deathbed. Like, did you had to add more to it? More. Where was everybody at when his mother got killed? Where was everybody at when he got shot 9 times? Where was everybody at when they were saying, like, again, I am not saying I'm agreeing. I want to look at things from both perspectives. 50, you could have just kept it to yourself, man. I could have said, like, you could just keep it to yourself too, right? Like, all right, Fifth, like, come on, baby. You know, I know you feel like, but you're past this now. You're bigger than this now. We ain't saying, don't still feel the way you feel, because this is street stuff right here. This ain't no little rap beef. This ain't no little, let's bust a little raps and then that's it. No, this is way past rap. And this is years of just physical back and forth, verbal back and forth, physical and verbal, physical and verbal. So who am I to sit back and say it's too much? Who am I? Would I have handled it like that? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think I would have jumped on here and be condescending or fictitious with a person that was hanging with people that did something to me, did something to my mother allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not looking at 50 like he's wrong. I'm not looking at 50 like he's right. I'm not looking at it like he took it too far. I'm not looking at it. I just want to break the scenario down based on what took place with him and Murder Inc., along with him and the Supreme Team. If you went through what you went through with the Supreme Team and Murder Inc., would you still be like, it's over? The beef is never over. People died. People got hurt. People's houses got shot up. It's a lot of things that took place that's making 50 Cent act the way he's acting. And like I said before, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it wrong. You just got to understand, this is just the way, certain things is just the way it is in the streets. And this is why I'm always stressing, stay out the streets. Rules are implemented. Rules are placed. Right? Rules are implemented and rules are placed when you're engaging in the streets. But people don't always follow them. I'm sorry, they don't always follow him. Now, personally, did Irv Gottie and 50 Cent had a run-in? Did they clash? Did they fight? Did they stab? Did they shoot? From my knowledge, I don't think so. So one can say, well, like if you ain't never really go through nothing with Irv Gotti like him, I mean, y'all probably had some verbal words, you know what I'm saying? But like, is it something that y'all really kind of like, did y'all really, really clash under any circumstances? No. So let Irv Gotti live, bro. While he's on life support. But again, it was going around, and I'm not, and again, I don't like looking at things from a devil's advocate. And to some people's eyes, I am looking at it from a devil's advocate. But I also like to I love to look at things from an angel's advocate. But I get it. For a lot of people are going to say, but you're looking at it from a devil's advocate. Because it's 50 Cent saying something that's condescending or, like I said, fictitious towards a person that's on their deathbed, on life support. I don't agree with it, but I'm not disagreeing with it either. Would I do it the way he's doing it? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I'm probably leaning on not. But I didn't lose my mother to a group of guys that don't like me. I didn't damn near die from a group of guys that don't like me. It is, like I said before, Irv Gotti has children. He has friends and family that love him unconditionally. But Irv Gotti also got to remember the part that I'm going to say this. When you're when you're doing certain things, you have to remember the part you play. So if a person is saying cruel things about you, especially in your most vulnerable moment, when a person is saying cruel things, when a person is saying disrespectful things, neither one of y'all cared about each other's family. Neither one of y'all cared about each other's children. And if you know a person that's being disrespectful, if you know a person that's not trying to end it, but still perpetuate and also perpetuate violence, because Irv Gotti's not innocent when it comes down to him and 50 Cent. It's not about who's right and who's wrong in this point. Because I'm not going that far. I'm not digging that deep into who's right and who's wrong. All I'm saying is when you're involved with stuff, you're hanging around stuff, and you're not perpetuating peace, these are the things that happen. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, man. So we can easily look at 50 Cent and just be like, yo, bro, man, come on, man. Come on, 50. Now you just took it too far. Who was around when his mother got killed? I'm gonna ask you a question. God forbid somebody killed your mother. And now this record label is hanging with the group of people that critically injured your mother. This record label, and this is all allegedly, not only did 50 Cent feel like the Supreme team critically injured his mother, now 9 shots, 50 Cent is saying 9 shots coming from the Supreme team. On top of, Supreme got this new record label, or he has an affiliation with this new record label, and it's a new rap artist. And at the time, now this is a back and forth thing. This is a back and forth thing now. Not only am I going at Supreme, now I'm going at your rap label. The rap label, the G Unit, and Murder Inc., they clash. I've heard Irv Gottie say things about 50 Cent. Whether he was taking up for himself or not, listen, I'm only giving you the scenario, the real scenario. I'm not giving you something that I'm just making up in the sky. This is, now they're clashing. People are getting hurt. People are fighting. Oh, we got paperwork on you, 50. You're a rat. Ja Rule said it. Irv Gotti said it. It's fights, it's stabs. Because by the time Ja Rule and all of them and 50 Cent, by the time Murder Inc. and G Unit is really, people start really seeing what's going on, Supreme and all of them been locked up. Would you have sympathy? Would either one have sympathy? If the tables was turned, I don't think Irv Gotti would get on there and be like, "Oh man, 50 Cent, I wanted you to see my last show." I don't think Irv Gotti would do something like that. But would Irv Gotti give a damn? Hello? Would Irv Gotti be like, "My condolences go out to 50 Cent family"? You want to know why? Do you really want to know why? Because they were actually going through something. Like, again, My support goes out to Irv Gottie. I'm sending positive energy because I don't have a problem with Irv Gottie. I don't have a problem with 50 Cent. It's just unfortunate that when people get hurt in the streets, when people go through things in the streets, it's never really over. It's never really over, people. Sometimes the beef can be this high, right? The beef could be this high, and it just start dying out, dying out, dying out. Now everybody's starting to it just start dying out. And now the beef just naturally disappear. But 50 Cent has his way of handling things. He likes to take it to the furthest extent. I I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things where you probably have to go through it to understand. You probably have to like really, really go through it. You probably have to go through it to understand what do you just probably have to go through it to understand what it means to say it's never over. What it means when a person say it's never over. Person mother got killed, man. 50 Cent feel like Supreme did it. Do y'all understand what? That shit hurts, man. Again, I don't know if I would have handled it like 50. I don't know if I would have handled it like 50. I don't know if I would have put that up on my platform and say, yo, damn, I want him to see my new show before you like, but I see a lot of people are giving 50 Cent a backlash about it, and you don't have to like it. I just feel like a lot of people don't like it because they don't understand it. People that understand it is looking at it like, man, that's just the way it go. What you want me to do? That's just the way it goes. For those who never been in it, y'all not going to understand it. Y'all going to look at it like, yo, this is just terrible. It's taking it too far. It's no way I would have said something like that. 50 Cent, grow up. 50 Cent, you got to let it go. You try losing somebody to the streets. And now one of your adversaries is losing their lives. And it's an adversary or op because it's the opposition because they really try, not saying Irv Gotti and 50 Cent tried to kill each other, but Murder Inc. and G Unit, which 50 Cent was running around with G Unit, like really in the mix with G Unit, they tried to hurt each other. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna say? It's 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 no it's just no rules, man. I mean, it rules, but then it's just like, man, whatever with these rules. And this is why I always say stay out the streets. You, if you're in the streets, there's a good chance that you don't care about your family. The ops don't care about you, so why would they care about your family? So if you die, they're going to crack jokes. They're going to say certain things. You can't have sympathy for a person that's in the streets or involve themselves in the streets and don't expect your op to make fun, whether it's direct or indirect, about you dying. That's like being in a fight. You kind of think that a person is just gonna fight you head up, like we fighting, we using fists. But for real, the street fight is no rules. That's the best analogy I can give you. Am I biting somebody to get myself out of a jam? Well, it all depends on, man, how messed up I am. If a person is, I'm 6'2". If a person is 6'6", 300 pounds, all muscle, got me in the headlock and I got an opportunity to bite him, I'm going to bite him. But is that my go-to? No. You fighting somebody and you get a kick to the nuts. Am I doing that? No. But in a street fight, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to take place. And this is how this is with this 50 Cent and Irv Gottie situation. Irv Gotti has said certain things about 50 Cent. He has ran with certain people that allegedly 50 Cent tried to kill 50, kill his mother, try to hurt 50. These are the things that took place. So why will we expect 50 Cent to be like, let me be quiet? Let me not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like let me be a gentleman towards a person that probably laughed at me when I got shot, was hanging with people that allegedly shot me, was hanging with people that shot my mother and killed my mother, was hanging with people that I was in these rooms fighting and getting stabbed or somebody and all of those things. Now 50 Cent's supposed to have this, sorry, although we've been through a lot, I don't want to see him die. No. Again, it's just like the street fight. My what I'm my the notion that I'm stepping up with is I'm gonna fight this person and that's it. I'm not thinking about if this person gonna scratch me, if this person gonna kick me in the nuts, if this person gonna bite me in the air, if this person gonna pick up a bottle and hit me. I'm not thinking of none of those things. Sometimes. The only thing that I'm thinking about is I'm gonna try to win this fight. But I also got to put in the back of my mind that a fight isn't fair. And I can't be thinking about my kids after the fight. Like, I can't expect, meaning this, I can't expect the people that love me for the person that I was fighting to care about the people that love me. Can't think of that. Stay out the streets. Don't involve yourself in nothing. And you don't have to worry about a person like 50 making fun of you because you're dying. But you also got to think about the times that you made fun of people. Think about the times you made fun of people. Think about the times you may have done something to people. Think about the times that you pressed that button. There's no rules. It's freeze tag. You're it. $50 ain't right in my eyes, and he's not wrong in my eyes. Well, what is it, B. McFly? This is the way it is. Certain things is just the way it is. It's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can say. This is just the way it is. This is 50 opportunity to make fun of his op that is passing away, unfortunately. Now, can you conduct it a certain way? Be a gentleman. Be a gentleman, 50. Like, make fun of him behind closed doors. Come on, man. But then on the flip side, when they were doing the things that they were doing, was it behind closed doors? That's why, this is why I'm just saying it's no right or wrong way of looking at it. If you never been in it, you wouldn't understand what I mean by saying it's no right or a wrong way of looking at it. You would never understand. The only thing that I could tell people is stay out the streets. Because when you in the streets, nobody cares. Beef is never over when somebody got shot or somebody died. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. And I'm not saying it was by Irv Gottie. But Irv Gottie hung with the people that allegedly shot 50 Cent. And this is why 50 Cent is like, I don't give a fuck. Irv Gottie hung with the people that allegedly killed 50 Cent mother. This is why 50 Cent like, I don't give a fuck. Irv Gottie has been seen calling 50 Cent a rat. This is why 50 Cent saying, I don't give a fuck. Irv Gottie is the CEO of Murder Inc. Rappers that were signed to Murder Inc. clashed with G Unit and 50 Cent was there. People got stabbed. And this is why 50 Cent is saying, I don't give a fuck. Get it now? Again, if Irv Gotti was trying to perpetuate peace, if he was perpetuating peace, then it'd be a different story. Then I would have to say, come on, Fifth. Out of all the times that G Unit and Murder Inc. was going at each other, Irv Gotti was running around saying, bro, we need to, like, how can we stop this? Now I gotta say, come on, Fifth, you wrong for that, bro. Now I got my answer. You wrong for that. I mean, I got my answer with him doing what he did, but I'm talking about for those who want to hear a yay or a nay, I got my answer. For those who want to hear a yay or nay, and my answer would be yay, he's wrong. Yes, he's wrong. But Irv Gotti wasn't running around acting like he wanted peace. And again, I I mean, I don't know Irv Gotti. I don't have any. He ain't do nothing wrong to me. I don't have nothing bad to say about him. I don't want to see that man pass away. He's on life support. I want to see him. I want to see him live. I have a pure heart. What would I want to see him die for? All I'm saying is the rules of engagement mean is it's no rules. It's none. That's the rules. So, did he take it too far? That's just what it is. How can I say 50 Cent took it too far when they was taking it far when everybody was alive and breathing? When everybody was walking around? When everybody was upright and moving and in great health and everything? If Irv Gotti was perpetuating peace, then I would say, yeah, 50 Cent, you took it too far. Do I agree with what 50 Cent did? There's no rules. I probably wouldn't have did it, but it's no rules. So that's my take on it, man. Like, subscribe. This is the layman's terms show, man. We speak from layman's terms. We speak from layman's terms. That's it. I'm an angel's advocate, but I also understand that it's another side, man. And if you never been a part of this, you would never understand that it's no right or wrong thing. I hope it was a clear understanding of what I was trying to say about this whole scenario and to stay out the streets. Stop running around. Don't run around and act like it's up or it ain't up. Listen, if you want peace, scream peace. If you don't expect people to care. Don't expect people to care about you when you're suffering. B. McFly.